Hey guys, how's it going? Your boy Daniel here. And today I'm going to be talking about my experience at BPCon. To be completely honest, BPCon was even bigger than I originally thought it was going to be. I appreciated how there was multiple workshops that you could choose from in order to see what currently fits investor profile type that you are. And what I mean by that is the type of investor that you are. Are you the investor that lends money on projects, buys and hold properties, wholesales properties? Depending on the type of investor that you are, you can then choose certain workshops that BPCon offers for you to go out, listen to the speakers, have some questions answered. If you have questions of your own related to the topic, you can have them answered by the speakers directly. It was a very live and interactive engagement. And on top of that, there was a couple breakout sessions in between the workshops and during lunch hours as well, to where you get to connect with other like-minded investors and be able to possibly do deals with each other in the future. My experience at BPCon, again, massive amounts of knowledge there. I can't even begin to condense most of what I learned, but I will be able to say this. The workshops that I did attend, I attended 4 workshops at the event, and one of them was related to landlording tips and tricks and basically different styles of what kind of landlord you could be when you start owning some properties. Another topic, another workshop that I went to was being an investor-friendly real estate agent and how you can close more deals as an investor-friendly real estate agent. That was a very interesting workshop because it opened my eyes to a couple new concepts that I didn't really take in when I first became an agent, and they're definitely something that I want to be able to use in order to help me become a better agent as I have my license being active here in the state of Florida. 2 other topics that I attended. One of them was choosing the type of investor that you are, such as if you want high amounts of rewards, you got to be willing to do these types of risks. And depending on these types of risks will determine what kind of investor you are. If you're an aggressive investor, maybe a little bit more on the conservative side, kind of similar to like buying stocks. Are you going to be more aggressive if you're buying stocks, or are you going to be more conservative? Same thing with real estate investing, but as far as the type of investor you are, it depends on what kind of risk and rewards you want to get. Obviously, the bigger the risk you're willing to take, the bigger the reward there is. And then last but not least, one of the other workshops that I attended was, how should I say this? How to be financially responsible as a young teenager, young adult. It was 2 speakers. One of them was Dan Sheik, and then also his partner, Jabrir, along those lines. I forgot the name, and if you're watching this video, I'm sorry for butchering it. Those 2 guys, they were talking about how to get into the real estate game early as a teenager, and we're talking about like as soon as you turn 13, 14, and furthermore, how you could be financially responsible as a young adult. And what they consider people to be young adults is by the time you're around 20 to 25. And then by the time you're 25 on up, that's really outside of the audience of people that they talk to. And it was pretty good to be able to go inside that conference and see that I wasn't the only young person interested in real estate or being financially responsible as well. That workshop helped me put into perspective what goals I could set for myself that I wouldn't say are easily attainable, but a little bit more on the realistic side of things. But at the same time, keeping in mind that if I shoot for the stars, I'm at least going to get somewhere if I don't exactly make it to the stars. Going back to the whole event in general, Bigger Pockets, oh my goodness, they put on one hell of an event. Like I mentioned, the workshops are one thing, the networking was another thing, but then you had the final closing event. And that was when they rented out the entire Islands of Adventure theme park just for people who attended the Bigger Pockets conference. It was absolutely insane. I was able to have fun with people that were like-minded. Those like-minded people that I got to hang out with, I already made a connection with them, if not prior to the event, definitely during the event. We're not only having fun and talking business, but then we're also exchanging contact information so that way we can do business with each other in the future. And to me, I'm all about making friends that I get to do business with in the future. Before then, I was not like that. Honestly, I want to get to the point to where the friends that I have from here on out, I'm able to break bread with them over the table. I'm able to not only hang out with them and have a good time like I used to be, but also do business with them, make deals, and make some money together. And for the longest time, I've been looking for that for the past year, ever since I got my license of real estate. And being at BPCon, it helped me realize that there's more people out there that I could be friends with in order to do the deals that I want to do with them. The ending keynote on Tuesday that they did, that made me realize on my last YouTube video when I posted about my realization I made, the ending keynote was they showed how the next year's event is going to be at Cancun, Mexico. For those of you that knew me before I started up this YouTube channel, you'll understand that I went to Cancun, Mexico earlier this year because I was part of my e-commerce group, kind of similar to my real estate group, but I was part of my e-commerce group, and what happened is that they had an event over in Cancun, very similar to having workshops, getting down to brass tacks on like what you need to do depending on what level you're at in e-commerce. I absolutely loved it, not from doing the workshop that they had, but then also being able to experience Cancun, be able to experience the resort and not having a care in the world. It was such an amazing experience, but I can't necessarily do that unless I have money coming in. And if I don't have money coming in, I can't experience that. So how am I taking care of that? Well, real estate. With that being said, the realization that I made last week, being that if I can dream it, I can do it, that happened because BPCon, again, announced that their next year's event was going to be in Cancun. I wanted to be back in Cancun so freaking bad. If it wasn't going to be this year again for the second time, it was definitely going to be sometime next year. And I didn't know if I was going to go early in the year like I did, maybe during the middle of the year, or maybe sometime at the end. Well, BPCon solved that answer for me. They announced that next year's location is going to be in Cancun, Mexico in October next year. And you bet your ass I'm going to be able to come up with the money in order to buy tickets for myself to be able to attend that event and be able to have a blast. The whole point is I wanted to go back to Cancun so bad. On top of that, I was thinking, you know what? If I can go back to Cancun one way or another, I know I'm doing something right for myself. I'm doing something that's working for my particular lifestyle and my set of beliefs and manifesting it for it to happen one way or another. I don't necessarily know how to describe it other than the fact that A, the universe is with me, and B, my manifestation is so freaking strong, I'm willing to bet money that I manifested Cancun, Mexico so much. Like I wanted to be there so bad, being able to have the food, have the drinks, hanging out with people that I meet, that apparently the universe was like, all right, you want to go back? Work for it. And then BPCon, Cancun, New Mexico. Oh my gosh. I can't even say it right. BPCon, Cancun, Mexico next year. So I thought that was awesome. I thought that was so dope. And after that ending keynote, I had that realization to where I was thinking, you know what? I can do this. If I can dream this extravagant, luxurious lifestyle that I want, while at the same time being able to work my butt off for that lifestyle, then I can do it. And if there's anything that I've known myself to be, is that if I really do put my mind to something, regardless if I don't like it or do like it, nothing can stop me. So that's what my mindset is. And on top of that, to touch back onto BPCon, again, I said it plenty of times, I'm going to say it again, such an amazing event. Tons of information jam-packed, and I can't wait to be able to attend the next one. Thank you for looking at this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead, like the video, comment, tell me what you liked about it, what you don't like. If you have questions for me, please go ahead and comment on the video. I'll be sure to answer them. And on top of that, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. That not only shows me that you are interested in my journey, but it also shows me that now I have another person I need to show them what I'm capable of doing. And if you're someone that's looking at me to see if it's possible for you to do so, please, by all means, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I'm going to show you that if I can do it, you can do it too. And if you're a real estate investor who's interested in what I'm doing as an investor, please make it a point to reach out to me. I would love to collaborate with you, maybe JV on some deals together. So with that said, for the last time, take care, guys.